Just one more, right? Clean up your cooker. No, I think it's really quite artistic. It's really quite artistic. The thing is, though, it's a bit like when food rots away, right? See that? Look. What would Gordon Ramsay say? Who gives a fuck about what Gordon Ramsay says? Because I'm better than him. Because look, at a certain point, it's just that you just easily don't need any fancy, expensive cleaning products. Just take it off. King KP, boom, gleaming. You know, some folk. I used to work. I used to share the. Doesn't matter. Just folk with their stupid, bullshit, petty input. I don't need your petty input because my mind's set on other things. And besides, I hoovered the living room, so fuck you. Yeah. But it's quite easy to kind of... It's like, does the guy that... It's just funny, isn't it? Like, does the guy that does 10,000 mile a year and all his content and everything else... Do you think he finds it difficult to motivate himself to do that? That's like scratching it. I can see myself doing it before I've even done it. I choose not to. Because it's not unhygienic. I'm not like eating off of it. I mean, it's giving off fumes. No, isn't it? It's all just dried shit. I'm still standing better than I ever did, despite my dirty cooker, you know. The reason why I was, I'm giving you the glorious privilege of seeing, and I'd look at all the cobwebs and shit, so one step at a time. Yesterday was supposed to be my chill day, so I'm not going to be like getting on my hands and knees and scrubbing every fucking corner. That I just did a wee bit, I just wiped it down a wee bit, you know, getting there gradually. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's quite funny, Rome wasn't built in a day, right, but I think I'm actually standing near the top of Everest. Do you feel that in a certain sense? It's quite cool. It's quite cool. And meanwhile, as I've said, if I could just quote Muhammad Ali, they're saying, don't do it, don't fight Foreman. And he's going, please. You know, my level is way above you, so what are you on about? Didn't do this, didn't do that. Like Parkinson, he's trying to debate with Parkinson, he's going, listen, I could beat you on I'm way up here, I could talk, educate you, enlighten you in 1,000 different million things, you know, a bit like, you know, I don't care how your garden grows, because I just want to fly, or what was the Cooler Shaker one? Don't you try and talk to me, I'm a spaceman sitting in the sky. That's basically what it is. Buzz Aldrin speaks. Gaslit 1,000 million different times for doing what? Being real and contributing? Yeah, I'm still contributing, yeah. The contrast of what I'm talking about now is really quite, is big, innit? That's why I shatter folks' realities just by turning up in a room, innit? It wasn't what folk were painting them out to be. I didn't want to sound like I'm all self-obsessed, like the world revolves around me, but I have had a load of bullshit coming against me for doing what? Just try let's ponder this one, right? You get abuse, disrespect, hate, liquid hate pouring from all angles for doing what? Reaching your divine destiny, doing what your soul tells you to do. Does that speak to the wickedness and evil that's in this world? Yeah. That living your life in a cool way to uplift and try and contribute and try and bring about come on. You get shot on. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Well, you just got to feel sorry for them. They're doing a job that they fucking hate, so you can only give out the love that you've got. That's what I've discovered. If you fucking hate your job, you can't show love to someone else who's like living the dream, can you? But anyway, that's not really, I could talk about 1,000 million different things. As the best podcaster in the history of Don Freeze, yeah, right here, right now in my kitchen, yeah. I'm creating trailblazing content right now just by talking effortlessly. Yeah. Well, I send my brother that golf ball thing, and again, I'm not even trying with this stuff, and it's still uplifting, innit? I didn't create the music, I just plonked it together with it, you know? It's like the decorators in it, all the work's been done, so you just like plonk it together. Oh, that's quite cool, that. We'll send it to my brother and get some more hate. We'll hate Dave because we're jealous because he's doing it. He's doing it and we're jealous. I don't think that's what we're supposed to have. I see, I mean, I've got to do the work for everybody. I've got to do the creative thing. I've got to be my own golden light of inspiration. I've got to be a fucking cycling superstar. I've got to be a highway star. I've got to do the film stuff. Acting, rapping, singing, creation, content, and do all this. And then I've got to apologise for it afterwards to the poor unfortunate souls who can't show me a bit of love for it. Then I've got to get on my pulpit and pretend to be a preacher and educate them. You do know it's actually about not being negative and not actually trying to shit on somebody who's actually trying to contribute, coming from a good place, you know. Watch one of these videos about narcissists. They're saying that's what they want. They fucking want to drive you crazy. No luck. Do I look like I'm crazy? Oh yeah, I'm flowing. I'm flowing today. Yeah. I'm winning. All the fucking narcissistic abuse. Oh, didn't work, did it? Oh, yeah. I think I'll take my cues from Christina Aguilera and, you know the people yourself. You know what I'm talking about. Christina Aguilera, Tupac, Ritz Maneva, David Icke, Chris Boardman, Graham O'Brien, Michelangelo, Beto, Martin Knopfler, Lenny Mullen, Peter Mullen, who else? There's loads of them, fucking loads of them. That's what it's about. I mean, they'll try to be better in this life. They don't want to change. Do they not have a fucking purpose? Even if it's just like cleaning your flat, at least that's a purpose. You know, start a cleaning company. You know. But nah, don't get too excited. Right? Talk about all the things, but yeah. Yeah, like I say, it's family are fucking worst enemies. Like they didn't want you to win, didn't want you to shine, didn't want you to succeed. I was watching another one of these dudes, another cool as fuck guy on YouTube last night. He was in Thailand. He moved to Thailand. He's like, let me get the fuck out of this place before it burns. Let me get out of America before all the. And he's in Thailand and he's talking about family, and it's like, why would that be a surprise? But he's saying, like, family, you can be, like, fucking top of the mountain and they'll still fucking hate you for it. It's pathetic. It's so unenlightened, you know. I learned this shit years ago. How can talking be wrong? Talking about cool stuff that motivates and uplifts myself and gets me going, gets me buzzing for the day. How can that be wrong? And again, it's not just been talking, is it? Talking, video editing, performance, acting, experimental, athletic, work, film, fucking hell. So I think, how can that be wrong? I discovered this fucking 10 years ago. Some folk are still catching up. And I suppose they never will, because maybe they're just maybe I'm missing some. It's just they don't like the style of what I'm doing, but I fucking love the style of what I'm doing. Woo! Aye, so the point of this one was thinking. See, I woke up early. It was like 5. See how much effort I put into these things. I'm trying to actually give, try to sacrifice. Now, so I'm not like saying I'm like Jesus on a cross, but you sacrifice yourself. You're giving of yourself. It does tire you out, you know. But I go, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Now I'm going, fucking a bit tired. But I was trying to make a wider point. I mean, I'm not saying anything revolutionary necessarily, but you never know. In the heat of the moment, you might come up with something revolutionary. Why not? You know, the greatest truth comes from your own fucking mouth, doesn't it? Forget what someone else says. You know, I know what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to do. I was so I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. I actually went to bed quite early. Woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, right? And we're aiming to do the golf ball today. And it took me, it was reminiscent of Graham O'Brien's thing. I was going to use that this morning as a wee impetus to talk about the Graham O'Brien thing, because I just try and like boil that down. Because I won't have an interview with him, so let's just talk about it. I thought it was really quite Because it's the same kind of shit we're doing, innit? It's the excitement. Well, basically, he went, not even basically, but basically, you know, when he went for the world hour record, Hamar, Norway, back in the day, decades ago, right, and he hired the track and got all the officials there together, and legendary, let's just say that again, legendary, right, Scottish cycling legend, Scottish sporting legend, the legend lives on, right. He's the same as Muhammad Ali in this Scotland, in this country. His name will be known decades and decades and decades, just like Muhammad Ali. He's still quoted in the culture. Or Bree will be. He should be. And if he isn't, he should come out of hiding in 10 years' time and re-promote himself. He's already put it out. The people in this country that met him and know him and know what he actually did. But the point, let's get back to the point. The point is, I was just going to talk briefly about that ridiculous hour record. Built his bike, I have a washing machine. Turns up at Hamar, Norway. Hires the track, turns up. Goes, you know, warms up. Puts in the big gear. 52 by 12 gear. 52 teeth in the front. Chainring, 12 teeth in the back, sprocket, ridiculous. That's basically a road bike. Get a road bike, put it in its top gear, and then add another 2 teeth in the front. And that's a huge. That's a gear that you'd be going down like the Longwood or something like that, towards the, you know, the golf driving range near Cargrim Bridge. You're coming down the Longwood down there, and you'd be in that top gear. You still struggle to spin out. So he's pounding that gear for an hour, right? So he does it, and then he realizes about, you know, not too far into the ride that he doesn't have it. He's like, oh, I'm short of the pace. They're holding up the placards, the board or whatever, showing that he's slightly off the pace. And then he stops, and then they hand him flowers and go, oh yeah, you got the world. He didn't quite get he got some other. Was it a national? He didn't get the record. So what did he do, right? They said, no, I'm going again. And they're going, what, are you crazy? You're going again? You can't possibly, you know, you just fucking... Right? So he's put out this... Just imagine you put out the biggest physical effort of your entire life, right? You know, he says, no, I'm going again tomorrow. He was that determined to do it. So what he did was... And he hired the track another day. Goes to telling the story doesn't even do it justice. Can you imagine that? Like, then he goes to bed, and he knows from experience, right, that his legs will tighten up, cramp up. So what he does is he drinks loads of water, and he keeps waking up every hour or so. And he did that repeatedly through the night. So he sleeps. Water, sleep, to keep his body going, because to give himself a chance. Does that, and then gets out onto the track, and to quote him, like Butch Cassidy, fuck this, you know, I'm doing this, you know. And because he'd failed, he went in with a renewed fuck you, I have to do this, there's no, you know. But can you imagine? And he went out and did it, got it on the second day after having killed himself the day before. Unthinkable. Put that in the comments below, put it in italics. Unthinkable. Inconceivable that would be possible. So that's what he did. That's what makes the record even more impressive, the fact that he did it on fucked legs. He did it the day after. He didn't do it on the and that isn't really told. You have to. It was kind of don't know if at the time it wasn't really related in that way. They didn't come across. But you can't possibly. There was a DVD I bought ages ago, Battle of the Bikes, and another thing, and there was interviews and stuff, and one of the guys that was in the entourage that went and watched the thing, he said it was the most incredible thing he'd ever seen in his entire life. Literally Superman. So again, but that's just this morning, me waking up at 5 o'clock this morning, It kind of reminded me of that. It was the excitement. It was more the excitement. It was. It reminds me back when I was cycled up to Brecon. Went up to cycle. That was the first long ride I ever did. It was like 160 odd miles. So excited at the time to do it. Went up to. I was going to go and see my brother cycle up to Brecon, 168 miles or whatever. This is before I did my 200-mile bike rides. Went up. So excited to do it that I couldn't sleep the night before. All the adrenaline was already flowing, so I couldn't sleep. And I woke up early. I was like, "Oh fuck this! I'm not even going to sleep. Fucking just get up." And I got up at 4 or 5 o'clock and did it. You know. But then you fast forward, you go now doing a 200-mile bike ride. You feel like getting up and having a cup of tea, really. So that's really so. Golf ball today. It's kind of like no excitement, but it's just like maybe I've just rested enough. I just had enough sleep. I went to bed early enough, got enough sleep, so I don't think it'd be that difficult to do it. So just made me think of that. So plenty of time to, but it just puts some perspective when you tell that story about that. You go, that is what that guy had to do, right? World stage, and he's like, well, I have to kill myself twice to get it. And you would think your body would be tired and the day after. You again, he used the experience of having done some of the national, I think he got the national 10 and the national 25 time trial records back to back, day after day. So it was that experience that he used and brought that to bear so that he was able to do it at on the track for the world record. So it kind of puts my shit in perspective. You're going, well, I'm rested. I'm fully rested. I've had a good sleep. There's no reason why. It just elevates you to that level. You go, well, compared to that, a man up. Compared to that, what's firing up a hill as fast as you can? We'll see how we feel. We use it as a trainer. Right? All we're looking for today, in conclusion, all we're looking for is improvement. We're not going, oh, I have to get top 10. We're not going to do it like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to like emulate folk like that and say, oh, I have to do or die. I have to get in the top 10. Nothing like that. I'm just saying. I'm just providing that as a wee context to say how what it takes, and that today's affair for me is going to be way more relaxed. Going to take my time, plenty of time to get there, and just use it as a training ride, but we're trying to go quicker up it if I can feel that the legs are better. And all we're looking for, goals are kind of like in small print. It's more about the process and enjoying it, but hopefully we're looking to improve. We want to get higher up the leaderboard. So why would you be doing it if you it's the feeling. It's more the feeling of going fast. It's more the buzz, and it's not so much the leaderboard's an afterthought. It's more the buzz and the exhilaration and the edification of the spirit and all that shit. Can I mean?